we've got Joe here today. And how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. Joe, how long have you worked at Point of Rental?
I have worked here a little over 21 years straight.
That's a long time.
I
So,
know.
Joe, I know this about you. There have been many, many conversations regarding reports within Point of Rental, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Joe, let's talk about the difference between analysis reports and accounting reports.
Accounting level reports will match things in your program that are matching accounting related reports. I know that sounds really repetitive, but if you go into file maintenance, store totals, those will match that. If you run contracts posted to totals, they will match that. If you look at your GL, they will match that. And theoretically, if you import to your accounting software, the GL, that will match too. The analysis level reports are strictly informational. They're things to look at just basic operational things that are going on in your business.
When it comes to analysis, those reports could be used for comparison purposes. Let's say that we want to take a look at how much we've written in transactions period over period. Those are analysis reports where we're trying to see where we're doing as a business in relation to the way we're writing contracts and things like that. Do you have anything to add to that, Joe?
No, that's correct.
So we're looking at the Elite interface right now, and Joe is going to show us how you get to the reports search in Elite, and then we're going to show you guys several different reports and where the information is coming from. So Joe, if you can go over there to the report search and pull up whatever report you want to start with.
Okay. We could start with the um, contracts posted detail report.
Awesome.
So this, of course, is the one that a lot of people run this at the end of the day to get their totals or to see some details of contracts. And it'll should bring up a little interface where you can make all sorts of selections. You can make date selections. You can group it by a number of things. And of course, most people that are just single store, they really don't have to do much to this report other than simply change the date and then go ahead and choose their accounting method. Although I believe this thing actually defaults to your accounting method. And
Yep.
then whether they want to see every contractor just totals and then just simply run it, just generate it.
Awesome. Yeah, so that was an interesting prompt there. We might as well talk about that because a lot of people don't know what that means. So when you select the dates, if you did not have a close on the specific date that you selected, it's going to prompt you to choose a beginning or an ending date based upon the criteria that you have entered here. So this is for a month. So what it's wanting us to do is choose a beginning date or an ending date because there wasn't a close. So just so you know, that's
Yeah.
what you're doing when it pops up that batch selection.
So it says 11-1. Well, there wasn't one on 11-1. They may close monthly, they are weekly. They may have just skipped a few days. They might have, gone on hibernation. Who knows? But
So here's what the report looks like. And Joe, if you can talk about that little letter icon on the right side, go ahead and click
here,
on that.
so what you actually do is you put your mouse on it, and it'll tell you where that information came from. And if you run several reports, you'll see different things. You'll see P for postings. These are the postings that match your accounting method. So these are your actual totals. And then there are some that are M that are monthly. We'll see these on some other reports more than likely. And then there's some that are more transactional based that are just informational, and we'll get into that. These are actual income postings. So you just simply hover your mouse over it and it gives you that information.
Awesome. So what that means is when I look at this report, it's going to match whatever is in my accounting package, whatever came over in the GLs. Awesome. So Joe, you want to close that one and then maybe open either the monthly or the transaction based report. The monthly one I want to touch on because I want everybody to understand that when it comes to the monthly reports, those numbers do not populate until after your end of month. So today is 12/31. And if we look at the report for December, we're not going to have any numbers unless our end of month has already occurred. So we could go back and look at November and any month previous, but we can't look at December yet until the end of month occurs.
Yeah, this is a perfect example. So this one is showing, just as I chose, it's showing May category totals for for current and historical year by year, so you can compare months. And then there's that little M right there that says based on monthly item posting. So at the end of the month, Point of Rental posts income for each item, and then of course, those are totaled by category here. And so that's what that M means.
Awesome. That's great, Joe. Thank you for showing that one. So the
You're welcome.
last one we're going to look at is the transaction-based report, which is pretty much just for analysis. Which one are we going to look at here, Joe? Do we want to maybe look at,
We
well,
could
I'll let
try this. We could try this transaction income by grouping.
you.
I'm not 100% sure that one is that, but we will find out.
I think it is if you choose like future months. So obviously that's going all the way back to 2000. You want to change your dates there.
I'll do January 1st to January. Is this what you were saying? Like make
Yep,
it in the future?
that's great. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. Whoops, got nothing on.
Well, but that's okay. We have the headings on here, and to your point, there's the report based on transactions, which is contracts based. So this one is more than likely looking at the start date of the contract. So, hey, when is the contract going out? It's just strictly informational to help you gather information to run your business a little bit better based on transactions.
Awesome. That was a great example, Joe. I appreciate that. Okay, so the other thing that we want to point out here, Joe, is when you're in this reports menu, you can also favorite reports, and that way you don't have to remember the name of these reports. As you use them, you can click that little star over there on the right. If you want to do that on one of those reports there, and then if you'll click on the favorites there, these are the reports that we have favorited, and we're able to find them easier instead of having to go to all reports and searching for them. If I'm in a position where I'm trying to find a report and I don't know the name of it, do you have any recommendations on what I can do to find that report?
Yeah. The best thing you can do would be to go to the help, which is this little question mark over on the kind of the upper right hand side of your screen. And from there, there's a AI support chat. And from here you can click on it and you can just type in, what is my best report to run to get my store totals, and it'll go out and look and give you some options. And there's a good chance that something in here will trigger your mind that you did, or you can go run. It only gave you 3 or 4 reports there, so you can go and run those reports and see if any of those are what you're looking for. And as a bonus, you might have run one of those reports earlier and thought, oh, that was pretty cool, but I forgot to favorite. But you might run one of these reports and go, wow, this one's actually better for what I want.
Awesome. Thanks for showing that to us, Joe. So just keep in mind that AI chatbot can be used more than just reports. It can be used for any questions that you have related to the use of the software. Take a look at that. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if it's going to work for you. And that's a quicker way to get answers. Okay. So we just talked about the differences between accounting reports and analysis reports. Joe, thank you so much for joining today to go over these reports with us.
Pleasure.